Hi, my name is Jasmine Elahee. I am currently your Miss North Calgary World 2020 and a Miss World Canada national finalist for this year. I'm 22 years old. I am an anthropology student at Mount Royal University, and I am a first-generation Mauritian Canadian. On my father and mother's side, they're both from Mauritius. My father being from Port Louis and my mom being from Kirpit. Around 30 years ago, they immigrated to Canada to start their lives, and since then, they've continued to carry on this Mauritian pride within their own communities. My father and my mother both volunteering their time, whether it's with managing events or with just enjoying a good party and preparing food and welcoming people through their door. Mauritians are very hospitable, and I've always taken pride in that. That was probably the first thing I realized. Everyone opens their doors to you, and they let you come into their home. They treat you with respect. They will joke around with you and have the warmest of hearts. At the same time, they treat you like family. And I've always taken pride about that with Mauritians. And I always make sure to carry that within my own Canadian culture. Introduce people to open hearts and tolerance. No need to judge other people. Your actions justify your answers. So yeah. Zulu et son thé préféré c'est Maibour. Oui, c'est Praveen Jagnat. Oui. Okay, so Piton de la Petite Rivière Noire. So, Miss World is one of the most prestigious pageants in the world. You have people like Aishwarya Rai and Priyanka Chopra who comes out of it at the top of its game and becoming actresses and advocates for variety, a grand variety of different issues in the world. But what I'm doing here with Miss World Canada is the preliminary stage to the international crown. And within here, the biggest purpose to Miss World is not only just about a beautiful face, it's not just about modeling or the beautiful sparkly gowns. Within it, it's about a beauty with a purpose. You are a person who has a genuine want to help others, to be a role model. That is the biggest portion to it, as well as to stand not only for your country, but for the people around you. You want to be an international representative. The pageant is an opportunity for me to chase a dream I've always had, which was to become a role model, and especially to those of Mauritian descent. I never really had that growing up. I mean, besides politicians, there's not really a familiar Mauritian face out there in the world, and I've always wanted to be that for both the Mauritian boys and girls who have grown up all around the world, not just in Mauritius. And on top of that, for me personally, with my advocacy on the side, which is sexual abuse and domestic violence, I wanted to create a program that would cater to those from dysfunctional families. For myself personally, I have gone through multiple experiences within my time, and I've been surrounded by people who have experienced the same thing, but with different situations. Yet, we all found that there was always something missing whenever we were facing adversity. So I created a program called the Spartacus program in order to create the loopholes to provide the answers that we need in our world to better our future in comparison to just pity and to basically fix it at the moment. We have a process to heal afterwards and find success in the end. Well, it definitely was a work in progress. I'm not even going to lie to you. Self-confidence is work, but it's not always as difficult as you think. It's about putting the ego aside and forgetting what people will think. Self-confidence is taking pride in your own being and understanding this is who you are, this is who I am. I have to accept that. If I'm going to be the best I am, I'm not going to act like someone else. I will be me. And that's constantly a philosophy that I follow. So with self-confidence, you just need to take that moment to really appreciate yourself before anything. Appreciate your hard work. Even if you think this isn't my best, you still put effort into it at the end of the day. And that is what builds self-confidence. Appreciation. Representing Canada is one thing. We are a cultural melting pot, and that is what we take pride in. But why am I reaching out to Mauritians specifically? Well, as a kid, as I've said before, I've always wanted to be a role model to Mauritian people. We are such a beautiful culture and country on its own. We have had so many people come in and out and have spread across the world. There is a lot of things we can look to in the Mauritians, whether it's acceptance of others or whether it's celebrating life, no matter where you are. And that is one thing I think Canadians need to learn, is from the Mauritians in accepting and learning to love one another. I want you to be able to find someone that your daughters and your wives and your sisters can look up to and feel that same pride. Feel that same pride in not only who you are, wherever you are, but to feel pride in your own heritage and to be willing to stand up, not just politically, not just environmentally, but as a human and as a person. We are role models in itself, and I believe that needs to be brought out into the world properly. The moment I get this crown, I'm taking it back to the community and the people who taught me how to love volunteering and to take pride in myself. That is like the first and foremost, my next step. I want people to feel like it's a victory not just for me, because I'm not doing this for my own self-gain. I'm not doing this just to get money in my pockets. That's the last thing I need. I don't care about those things. I want to help my community and I want to help my people get the attention they deserve and to feel all the talents and the things we can offer. I am not winning a crown just to win a crown. I'm using it as a sword. And I want to take all my people with me. That is the biggest thing at the end of the day. Well, growing up within the Mauritian community here in Calgary, when me and my brother were younger, it was me and 2 other kids. And since then, we've seen a lot of growth within other families coming in, more young kids coming in. And with me and my brother constantly performing and volunteering at these events, we realized there's an opportunity here to let these kids have a moment to not only enjoy their pride, like how me and my brother did, but to also show what they have to offer. So I joined the youth club because I thought it was a great way to not only influence these children who are Canadian born into understanding the culture more and taking pride in it. We have to be able to take pride in our own culture at the same time because that is the lineage we have and it's a beautiful thing. Culture has never been a horrible thing to look at. It's what makes us different, it's what makes us unique, and it's what makes us human. That's the one thing that is very unique to us. Especially with our generation, there's a lot to do with technology, and I feel like we put a lot of focus on being in the shadows. That's one thing for sure. And maybe this was just from my experience, but I always remember communicating and being out there with people. So my biggest advice is your electronics can wait. What you were missing out on though is a whole different aspect of human interaction. And that's what we need. Because without that, we're just sucked into a world that doesn't really benefit us in the ways it could. And we lose that one aspect of being Mauritian, which is we connect. with everybody. It's impossible for us to not melt into wherever we are. We can blend in, but we can also interact and be ourselves.